how to make your ex guilty over text. I know that you have a lot of sadness post breakup. I know that you really want to get your ex back, but there is also a little bit of resentment because they decide for the breakup, or at least they just don't want to come back with you. You feel betrayed. You feel like there is no chance, no options to get your ex back. And I understand your pain. Let me confess something to you. I have invited some of my client coaches to really be able to make their ex feel guilty. Not because of a manipulation standpoint, but because it was very important for them to reverse the dynamic, to reverse what I call the balance of power. Because if your ex knows that you're trying to get them back, you are very much needy, available. Some exes, they start to become toxic. It's not that they are narcissists, but because they are empowered, because they have control, they do bad things. And unfortunately, when I was doing my master's degree in France, I realized by studying one case study that when you give power to a human being, they start to become toxic. That's why there is a lot of politicians that can be wrong. Just because they have control in their hands, they think that they can do whatever they want, and they start doing crazy things. So it's what's going on with your ex. If we can make them feel guilty, we will rebuild trust. First of all, self-confidence for yourself. We can rebuild some attraction. We can also make them open their eyes so they can see your point. They can put themselves in your shoes, which I think is just very, very important. So there is 5 text messages that you can use to make your ex feel guilty, to make your ex also open their eyes. Like, hey, I have changed. Like, what you're doing is wrong. I cannot be the only one to blame. I can only be the only one responsible for the drama, for the breakup, etc. So I will share with you those 5 examples, but please don't just copy paste without personalize it, without understanding the psychology behind almost every word. There is a lot of psychology. When I give you an advice, when I do a video, I'm not showing with you like, 5 text message from ChatGPT, because that's bullshit. I'm here to tell you, those are the texts that I use with my client. Those are the texts that every single day I will confront my ideas with the situation, and we try our best to save some marriages, to save relationships, to save families, because that's what it's important for us. And that's how you should think. It's not about, it's magic. Yeah, I will use it and my ex will come back. No. If you're here, you're serious. If you're here, it's because you want to educate yourself. So if you're here, please don't copy paste. Make sure that you try to understand. So let me show you the first text message. I never thought we will end up here. I never thought that we will end up here because of how much we love each other, because of how much we care for each other, because of how much our families are linked to each other. When you say these few words, it's a very simple text message. The idea is you want to make them feel guilty for arriving to this extent. Maybe we could have found some solution. Maybe we could have tried a couple therapy. Maybe we could have talked better. But this is the reason why we use the first very simple text message. I never thought we will end up here. That's example number 1. Example number 2. It's when your ex is kind of very avoiding you, blocking, ghosting. I think it's a shame that we can't even talk. I think it's a shame. I think it's a shame that we can't even talk, because at the end of the day, we are 2 human beings. Like, yes, there is some resentment, there is some drama, but we loved each other. We had great memories. So we should at least talk and not keep the resentment. Why are we doing those actions and why are we using those words? Because we want to make them get rid of what they keep inside themselves. The reason why someone is not coming back is because of the narrative in their mind. They repeat things in their mind. It's their inner voice because they keep the anger. if they can release the anger, everything is possible. I've seen it. When they start releasing the anger, it's a new person. So that's why I really want you to use this example. It's a shame. I think it's a shame that we can't even talk. Example number 3. This one I will use it a lot. I accept the breakup, but this feels like a double blow. Because there is the breakup, but then you don't want to talk to me. There is a breakup, but you still want me to pay for the past. That's why I want to say no. I don't want to feel guilty for the rest of my life. I don't want to have the death penalty where whatever I do, whatever I say, I'm just this bad person. So I was coaching this woman from Norway. She came to me and said, look, Alex, I was with they were not husband, but they were a long time relationship. So I think they were together for 20 years. They had a little girl that is 11 years old. And she was like, Alex, he left for a coworker and it's very challenging. So we tried to communicate and he was cold. He was ice, not even cold. It was like, wow. And she said, look, I have no hope. Thank you. Let's use this example. When you say, I accept the breakup, but this feels like a double blow. Why? Because the idea was he was angry, always negative, not talking nice to her. And she said, look, you already broke up with me. You live with your coworker. I made mistake, but this feels like a double blow. You cannot always feel angry when we talk, especially for our baby girl or daughter. And he started to cool off. He started to feel like, yeah, I was hard on you. I'm sorry for that. And the next time they were smiling and he started to say like, I love the way you're mature. So we didn't get him back yet because I'm still coaching this woman, but we went from nothing to, okay, I realize how much you changed. And they start to have a little bit of chemistry, fun together, which is the start of the attraction, which is exactly what will be important for us. Example number 4. I just hope we won't regret walking away from each other like this. This is, for me, the most powerful reverse psychology text message. I just hope we won't have regret. We won't regret. It's not you. It's not I. It's we. That's the strategy here. Maybe your ex will be like, oh yeah, that's true. Maybe we will regret one day. So maybe I should talk to her, talk to him. Maybe I should make it better, etc. So when you use this example, for me, I love it. Reverse psychology, we show that, hey, there is a we. I hope we won't regret it because I have my part of responsibility. I made also the decision. I'm part of it. I just hope we won't regret it. So we are planting the seed that they can regret it. Example number 5. I didn't think you were capable of doing that. I was clearly wrong. So when you say, okay, so this one, attention, like be careful. This is not the one I will suggest you use. If you understood my vision, number 3 and number 4 are the one I use all the time. Number 5, it's when you want like, to touch their ego. When you want to show that it's their fault. So it's something we use sometimes. I didn't think you were capable of doing that, but I was clearly wrong. You want to blame them. You want to flip the narrative where they are the one trying to get your back, to get your, just, to get your attention back, or the fact that you care about them. And it's not something easy to use, but some situation where they are always negative, they are trying to get control of you, you can reverse the dynamic this way. And so if you tell me, Alex, okay, I love those examples. Remember, they are not magic, okay? You need to personalize them. I'm telling you what's going on, but the best way to move forward is maybe to have more examples. So if you look at the description box below, I include a link to my top program, How to Get Your Ex Back with text messages, because there is 60 examples that I will comment and I will explain to you what to use, when and why. So we can go a little bit deeper in psychology, in emotional communication, to make your ex let their guard down and to make them feel like, okay, there is a deep connection. But also if you need help and you tell me, Alex, I really want to talk to you, Good news, I'm a real coach. I'm not a YouTuber, TikToker, whatever. I'm a coach. My day is full of calls. I record videos on a Friday, but my days are full of Zoom calls, WhatsApp call, where I can listen to your story and then we define, okay, what do we say? When they respond, how do we respond again? How do we get this first date? How to make them feel that we really change and how to get them back. So if you want some private coaching, the link is in the description box below. The idea is that you talk to my success manager, he listens to your story, and he tell you, okay, this is how we can help. This is the best package. Sometimes it's a single session, sometimes it's the 3 months program, unlimited, which I offer, where we are really like this. Like this is not, I don't know if we can say it's more than a team, but it's something where we are like together in this journey. Okay, guys, so if you want to learn more, it's in the description box below. I will see you soon for a new video. Take good care of yourself.